Drilled for her pleasure. Male first time while wife watches. Written by Randy Manners. Narrated by Marcus M. Wilde. I braced my forearms on the bar top and tried to settle in. Dara had insisted on preceding me to the bar so she could scope out any undesirables and make sure there was a man available who met her caliber of hotness. She sat in a corner, face buried in her palm. She was anxious. This was new for her too. Planning the evening had been exciting for us both, but now nerves were starting to take over. She nodded an encouraging smile at me, but I could see the twitchy agitation she held back, the way she bit her lips and fingered her glass. I turned away, my heartbeat echoing in my ears. And there were no TVs for the football game here, so the bar was mostly abandoned. It was a square building with the bar in the back and a clear space in the center for dancing on the weekends. The lights were dim and the music was low. My eyes darted around the small dive, to the bartender, to the men nearby, to the liquor bottles reflected in the mirror, to my hands with their shaking fingers. Damn, I wasn't supposed to be shaking. There were only 5 men in the whole bar, my wife being the only woman, and every last one of them were sitting alone. I was already on the verge of calling it off. What were we thinking? It had to have been so obvious to any man that knew his way around a gay nightclub. I hadn't taken my ring off. I kept exchanging nervous glances with the only woman in the bar, and I was anxious as hell. A pleasant, cheerful southern drawl startled me. "Well, hello. What can I buy you?" I looked over as a man in a crisp, khaki dress shirt seated himself next to me. We lived not far from the naval base, so the presence of men in uniform was not uncommon. This man wore Master Chief stripes. I knew enough of the Navy society and rank structure to realize that Master Chiefs were the gods of the enlisted men. Most of those guys could have lieutenant's bars if they just went through the schooling. But they weren't the officer type. They were the men who enjoyed the grunt work, who reveled in the sweat and blood and the military life. The kind of men I was drawn to like a flame. His presence caused an immediate reaction on my frayed nerves. This Master Chief was thin and fit. He was attractive, with a boy next door, more so than a drop-dead gorgeous face. More like Dad next door. He had a youthful countenance, but his close-cropped hair was speckled with gray, and his skin was thick and suntanned from years of exposure. He had to have been into his 40s. Still, he looked the country boy who had been wearing camo and carrying a hunting rifle since he could handle the recoil. I blinked myself back to a
Sample complete. Ready to continue?